You all, you're garbage.
Just before 8 in the morning, police pull over a woman driving like a crazy person. Then they notice something even more suspicious. But our driver, Julissa Thaler, has an excuse for everything. At this point, Julissa starts complaining. She's cold. She wants to get going. What's the big deal? Like all the damage, that busted out back window, the missing tire, it's just some kids shooting BB guns at her car. So one officer agrees to drive her home. But deep down, they know something's wrong with this scene. Then they open Julissa's trunk. Sadly, this isn't just a body. It's the remains of Julissa's 6-year-old son, Eli, shot 9 times at close range with a shotgun. Remember that damaged tire? Well, the damaged rim left a trail that cops follow to find out where she was before the traffic stop. And in a nearby dumpster, they find a child's car seat riddled with bullet holes. They also find a little boy's backpack covered in his kindergarten homework assignment is still inside. So the cops head back to Julissa's place. That's where they left her that morning. But now she's vanished. Turns out she ditched her clothes in the wash and hit the road on foot. But luck's on the cops' side. They spot her walking nearby and they arrest her on suspicion of murder. It takes a sick person to shoot a child point blank with a shotgun. Julissa is as sick as they come. Years of mental health struggles and messing with sent her off the deep end. She's all kinds of messed up, talking wild, acting wild, definitely not what anybody would consider mom material. And here's the kicker. If Child Protective Services had just stepped up, Eli might have had a fighting chance, but no, they got all tangled up in their own red tape. They couldn't see the mess right in front of them. It's like they missed the whole dang forest for the trees. Let's back up to 2013. Julissa Thaler bumps into Tori Hart. Both of them, they're just 19 and things heat up fast between them. We'll fast forward a bit and they're shacking up together, playing house. All's good, right? Until Julissa ends up pregnant in 2015. Now here's where things get dicey. Julissa, she's been juggling a cocktail of meds for her mental health since she was practically a kid, in and out of hospital since 13. And that's about the same time she starts dabbling in booze. And then at 21, right when she's expecting Eli, she gets hooked on LSD, like a daily hooked on LSD. That's when Child Protective Services first gets wind of Julissa. Around this same time, Julissa starts spinning these wild tales about Tori, claiming he's hurting her, threatening to kill her with a shotgun. Now, don't get me wrong. Any talk of domestic violence, serious business, gotta be taken seriously. No exceptions. But here's the twist when they dig into Julissa's stories. They quickly find out they're just fabrications. She even says so herself, saying she cooked him up because of her mental health struggles. This is the world that Eli, poor kid, is born into. He's got this rare thing called Townes-Brocks syndrome. It's messing with his internal organs. And right off the bat, it's affecting his hearing. He's going to need hearing aids and a ton of doctor visits to keep an eye on him as he grows. Meanwhile, his dad, Tori's just kind of stuck on the sidelines, hands tied. Julissa's spinning these tall tales about him being abusive, which pretty much slams the door on any chance to see his son. So then in 2019, Julissa cranks it up a notch. She files for a protective order against Tori, claiming that he's trying to kill her. The cops check it out, and it seems like it's mostly nothing, but the accusation is enough to hand Julissa the keys to the kingdom, aka full custody of Eli. Things get worse from here. One time, she locks herself out. So the cops come, they crack the door open, and what hits them is this wave of chaos. The place is a disaster zone. Upstairs, the bathroom's turned into a mini lake. It's leaking everywhere. Downstairs, it's like someone had an egg fight. There's raw eggs everywhere. And the food, it's like a science experiment gone wrong, all rotten and scattered around. And then there's Eli, right in the middle of this mess, buck just looking so lost and confused. The place is so trashed the cops can't even scrounge up a decent set of clothes for the kid. They finally dig up some PJs and they whisk Eli away to safety, but it's only temporary. Months later, after more of the same, a judge finally puts their foot down and says, that's it. The state takes Eli into custody and puts him in foster care with Julissa's cousins. And let me tell you, life with them, it's like night and day compared to the chaos with his mom. Eli's doing great. He's thriving. He's turning into this bundle of joy with a grin that can light up a room. Even Tori comes back into his life and it's like, oh my God, they love each other. They spend all this time together. It's really could not be better. But Julissa, oh, she's not having any of that. In her mind, Eli's her boy and she'll be if he's living his best life without her. So she has this checklist to hit if she wants her son back. Get help for your mental health, keep your house clean and safe, make sure Eli's health is top priority, doctor's visits, and kick the Tory has his own set of rules. He has to sit through parenting and psych evaluations and submit to random tests, but Tory's happy to do whatever it takes to get full custody of his son. He passes all these tests with flying colors. Meanwhile, Julissa lies and cheats her way back into Eli's life. Like she's cheating on her test. She's like caught stealing pain meds. I mean, just all this stuff. She gets kicked out of parenting classes. Just anything and everything that you can think of, she's doing. She's also doing something else to throw a wrench in things. She keeps accusing Tory of it, even though he lives 2 hours away by now. See, in Minnesota, unwed fathers have no custodial rights to their kids unless appointed by the courts. And one more piece of red tape for you. Child protection cases take precedence over custody petitions. In April, a judge put Tory's custody petition for Eli on hold until the child protection case closed, according to KARE 11 Investigates. The caseworker in charge of this mess is focused on keeping mom and son together, even if all the red flags say that mom should be nowhere near this child. But the final step in this long process is a trial home visit. As expected, it doesn't go well. On day one, teachers at Eli's school watched Julissa whip into the parking lot like a Fast and Furious movie. Meanwhile, Julissa's still making false accusations against Tory, trying to get his visitation rights canceled. She even files another protective order, which is quickly thrown out. But the paperwork creates a logjam, and we all know how inefficiently these things go. Things finally reach their boiling point in May. By then, the caseworker wants nothing to do with Julissa Thaler, but they're supposed to have one last meeting before closing her case. But Julissa cancels, the caseworker never reschedules, and just like that, Julissa wins full custody on May 10th, 2022. 9 days later, she buys a shotgun at a sporting goods store. She asks the clerk for shells that will blow the biggest hole into something. And then around 7 a.m. on May 20th, police pull over Julissa's car. The back seat is covered in and little Eli's mangled body is hidden in the trunk. That very day, before news of Eli's death spread, his caseworker wrote her final report. Quote, "At the time of case closing, while there were some concerns about Julissa's parenting, there were no protection issues that required ongoing child protection placement or involvement." Julissa Thaler was found guilty of first and second degree murder in January of 2023. She was sentenced to life in prison without parole 1 month later. Despite the mountain of evidence against her, Julissa takes zero responsibility for it. And you gotta hear what she says to the judge.
"I'm innocent. You all, you're garbage."
The look on her lawyer's face says it all. Julissa claims that somebody else shot Eli in the backseat of her car. This mystery person must have also used her phone to Google most expensive life insurance for child, how to commit a crime and blame child, how much can a 6-year-old lose, and how to fake being home to the cops.
All right. That's a wrap on another chilling recap. We want to give a massive shout out to our top level friends.
Your support just blows us away, like every single time.
And of course, a gigantic thank you to our subscriber squad for being our partners in crime. Literally.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Your support is what keeps us going. You are the greatest.